Google's AI chatbot Gemini to create a vocabulary support document for our students. So when you open Gemini, it's going to ask you to enter a prompt. And the more specific your prompt, the more detailed, the more you tell it exactly what you want to do, the better the outcome in creating something that is exactly what you wanted. So we're going to just ask it, and you can always build on it. So that's really what we're going to do. We're going to ask it to create this document, and we're going to see how it works. If it's not exactly what we want, we can always ask it to be modified. So I'm going to ask it, can you create a vocabulary list for my 10th grade students for chapter 1 of Lord of the Flies? Most AI chatbots are pretty well equipped to give you information from classical texts, popular books. It pretty much knows everything. So if it says, I don't know that text, or I don't know that book, or I'm not sure about that topic, it happens once in a while, but most things that I've asked it, it's been really familiar. The thing that you want to make sure that you always do with AI is you check it. It's not always accurate. It tells us right at the bottom here, Gemini may display inaccurate information. So it's always important to check that this is exactly what you wanted and it's valid. So here we're going to take a look. The words look pretty good, but I don't want these word work activities. So I'm going to ask it to remove that. Okay, great. So now it created a vocabulary list and it put it in a table. If for some reason it doesn't put it in a table, you can always ask it, can you format this in a table? Now, these are great words and they include the definitions, but I would also like them to include a sample sentence. So I'm going to ask it, can you add a sample sentence for each word? And there we go. So we have our word, we have our definition, and we have our sample sentence. You can export this directly to Sheets. You can share this with your teacher team, your co-teacher. You can copy it and paste it if you want it in some sort of other format. One of the other things you can try asking it to do is you can try asking it to add images, add links, add descriptions. Sometimes images work well in AI and sometimes they don't. There's been a lot of controversy lately with AI and the using of people's copyrighted art and copyrighted information. So you have to be very careful. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it will provide you descriptions of images so you can easily go on Google Images, search, and drop it into your support document.